You can't keep getting away with it! He can't keep getting away with it! He won't.
What is going on, everybody? That is the face of all the writers at Salon. That's the face of everybody who can't stand the fact that we continue to grind and succeed on YouTube and keep on building this fellowship. But you know that we're always going to be here. We're not going fucking anywhere, no matter how much these people cry about us. And this stream was supposed to be on the last Saturday of every month. And then I had to bump it one month. And now it's just kind of stayed at the first Saturday of each month. So maybe that's what we end up doing. I don't know. But at least on one Saturday of every month, I'm joined here on this channel where I leave all the streams public and where I'm probably going to start uploading all of my normal streams that I do again, since that's why this channel was invented in the first place. I get to hang out with all the people who are the biggest supporters of the channel. So if you're a top tier member on Patreon, if you're a level 3 member on YouTube, or if by some combination, whatever, you're given those amounts through a bunch of other things, you can join me here each and every Saturday where we get a chance to get to know these guys and what they're doing, whether they're building their own channels or whether they just want to come and hang out. So we'll say hello to our first guest after we say hi to the chat. We got a decent group today. Decent group today for sure. A lot of people already here. And I see the common nerds hanging out. I see Stone Cold's beer cooler says late in Salon. Definitely. That's just going to be the substitute word now. Instead of late and gay, it's late in Salon. I see Flawed in the chat. What's up, Flawed? How you doing, man? Good to see you. What's good is I get to be here with you guys. That's what's good. I am sick. I don't know if you guys could tell. I was really feeling it at FNT, especially towards the end. Had to leave just a little bit early. So I spent a lot of time in bed just trying to rest because my throat's all fucked up a little bit, but I'll be all right. We're definitely going to be good enough for this fucking stream. No problem. I've been watching Terminal List. I watched all 8 episodes between yesterday and today. I fucking love that series. Holy shit. I'll probably make a separate video talking about that at some point, but that's a story for another time. Real quick, Mark Hendricks for $10. Hail to the great one. Behold, it is our true gatekeeper of pop culture, Ryan, our Geeks and Gamers high priest, a force that's real and it's winning. Apparently, at least according to a hit piece, we are real and we are winning. So thank you, Mark. Good to hear from you, buddy. Mike Hill for 5. Noticed in the Terminal List and Top Gun Maverick, what does putting the metal in the coffin represent? So it's pretty common, specifically for special operators and Navy SEALs. You know, they will they'll take their warfare devices and they will, sacrificially, as a show of this is my brother kind of thing. They'll put it on the coffin and they'll slam it in like that. I never witnessed anything personally like that. I never really was very well acquainted with any special ops guys during my time in the military, but that's what that's about. But good question. Flawed, my man Flaws is for $20. What's up, Flawed? Good to see you here, man. This is just like a chill, relaxed stream. That's what these ones are. That's what these ones are. Tom says, I guess I lost my wrench. Well, Tom, this is my second chat. I basically have no one wrenched here on the backup channel. But I'll get you there. There you go, Tom. Yeah, just because I'm almost never really do anything over here. I think it's Biggles, Steph, maybe 1 or 2 other people. That's pretty much it. It's not nearly as wrenched out as the other channels, but. And then Deranged Lunatic, aka DL for 2. Thank you. Thank you, DL. Appreciate it. All right. Without any further ado, let's get into it. The first guest, you've seen him here several times. You've never seen his face because nobody has, but he does go by Patty. What's up, man?
Oh, just enjoying a Saturday, a nice long weekend.
It's a Patriot weekend. You got Canada Day on the 1st. You got July 4th on Monday, which would be exciting. I think
a multinational Patriot weekend.
It is. And I think I streamed on July 4th last. I think I streamed on July 4th last year. I'm pretty sure I did. So we'll be one day off, but that's okay. The next guest that we're going to welcome is Flaccid Phoenix. What's up, my man?
Hey, happy to be on. I was gonna say my throat also feels pretty shitty, but that's because I've been going to too many truck stops recently.
That'll do. You probably met up with our friend Subhuman, who you're going to see later.
Yeah,
That
groceries are
must be
costing
the
a lot,
case.
so you got to make the money up somehow.
That's true. Glory hole so you can pay for your gas money. But yeah, I was kind of feeling shitty on like Monday and Tuesday, but I had like a lot of important stuff to take care of. Sometimes I feel like my body, like if I know I got shit to do, I'll just like push it off, right? And then as soon as that thing that I needed to be good for is done, my body's like, all right, I'm gonna relax and get you sick as fuck now, which is kind of how it felt like. But we got somebody who's always representing the red, white, and blue, but usually it's RK Outpost colors. Biggles, what's up, man?
What's up, everybody? I am Biggles Mess, the hype man, and I guess I'm also all the alphabet number representation for the day. I am the B, as in Biggles. That is the best letter of the alphabet, I guess. And yeah, hi.
Well, hi, Bagels. Yes, we did talk about since there's like 10 of us here. Someone said, "Well, one of you statistically has to be gay." I will reject that premise. I'll say it's 5%. That it's still actually 5%. That's what I'll say. So that means we need 10 more people for one of us to have to be gay. But you never know.
Okay,
I've got a very diverse audience.
I'm still the Biggles, so we're good.
Looking at you, gay chat.
Exactly. So at least one person in the chat has to be. Speaking of
Is
someone,
Daniel here?
Daniel might be here. Speaking of someone who is dressing like they're a patriot, they want to show they're as heterosexual as possible. What's up, Heath Nation?
Howdy, Ryan. Howdy, chat. As you can see, like Ryan says, I got the hat, I got the blue jacket shirt, I got the flag in the background. I'm all set for 4th of July. Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Good to have you here. If I cough, it's not my fault. Speaking of the truck stop that Flaccid Phoenix was at, Subhuman, what's going on?
I'm good. I'm sitting in Lexington, South Carolina right now. I have a delivery to make in the morning.
A delivery? Where'd you drive from today? How about that?
Let's see here. I started in Kentucky. I left about 5 a.m. this morning. But I started off in Michigan.
There you go. That's a long ass fucking drive.
Nah, no, it ain't.
I did a 25-hour trip a couple weeks ago because that's how long it took me to get from Dallas all the way back to Orlando because my car was overheating, so I had to keep stopping like every 30 or 40 minutes.
Oh yeah, well, with you don't have a government speed like I do, so that takes me longer to go from Dallas to Orlando. It takes me a lot longer. It'll probably take me about 3 days.
Well, it should have really have only taken about like 18 hours or so. I think that's
about 18 hours. If it's nonstop, it'll probably be a little quicker. But if you got to stop for to stretch and get gas and all that stuff, yeah, it'll take a little longer.
Yeah.
But it also depends on what's up ahead of you: weather, traffic, construction,
BLM protests. Yeah, you never know what's going to block the road.
I had not ran into a protest yet.
I would run through it quickly if it was me.
Oh, trust me, you do not want to get me started on that because I will.
Holding the horn, get out of the way. There's 10 dead.
You have to watch the truck after that. Now, someone who I think made his debut on these streams last month, if I'm not mistaken, and he gave us the origin of his name, which I was unaware of. We've got Mazit Wazad with the American flag. What's up, bro?
Hey, happy 4th of July weekend. I am here to give you your half Filipino representation. They're like island Mexicans. So,
All right, so you're part of the Filipino mafia, huh?
yeah, well, half of me. The other half's like white person.
I get it. Wait, so do you try to play the white card when you can and try to play the Filipino card when it helps?
Nope. I don't really play any cards. I'm in the military, so it's a big mix of bunch of assholes that tease each other for whatever they are. So If I bring up the Filipino thing, they say they can blindfold me with dental floss and shit like that. Can't drive small penis, so I don't bring it up.
Perfect. That very much describes the military, and especially when you're at a place where you have to be somewhere and you can't go anywhere else, and you know you're going to be there. You're probably not going to be doing anything, but you have to be there anyway. You have nothing better to do other than fuck with each other. So
Pretty much.
And draw penises on everything.
Yep.
Well, draw
That's
penises on
a true
everything,
statement too. Oh my god.
or
Somebody's
put
been
your
in the military
penis.
before. Who was that?
Yeah, it's me. Yeah, I was in the Marines. Yeah.
Yeah,
People are gonna think we're
Yeah, we
obsessed
do
with
that a
penises.
lot.
we got a couple people
They end up
here.
everywhere. You'll flip stuff over. There's a penis behind things. Penis drawn. It's crazy. It's weird.
Okay,
Yeah.
he'll be to get
You just
with
love
his
Real
penises.
thing.
It's all spray
Sometimes
painted.
that was an indicator that we had put our cock on that thing. So if you left the room for any reason and you came back and there was a tiny little penis drawn on your water bottle, might not
He
want to
was
drink
there.
out of it.
He was there.
Just a warning for those of you that don't know the policies yet. Now, speaking of more diversity, we finally got him here. He's back, ladies and gentlemen. Mexican Iron Man.
Sporting the flag behind me, red, white, and blue, America. I'm also camera on, sporting my official Team Raricist shirt here.
Yes.
I got my Team Raricist F cancel culture. And shout out to Tom Connors in the chat, by the way. And Ryan, I got to say, brother, I remember you when you were walking down the Gaslight District with Jeremy and way back when. And I'm just ever so proud of everything you've got done. I'm insulted and pissed off at these morons and what they say about you and the other fine, upstanding members of the fandom. And I will proudly stand up, and I know who you are and what you're about. And this is all bullshit. All bullshit. And thanks for everything you do. And I'm very proud of what you and everybody has done with all the channels, and especially of you and what you've done, with RK Nation. So good job.
Well, I really appreciate that, man. It means a lot. It's been a grind. It's been almost 3 years.
I know.
Yeah, at the end of July, basically August 1st, it'll be 3 years that we've been doing YouTube and growing it, and it's been fucking crazy. And it's obvious that some people are very mad that we're still growing, that we're still on the platform, that we haven't shut up yet. And you brought it up that that Salon hit piece. I think everyone else is like way more offended or upset about it than I am, because to me, it is just another indicator that the headline's right. We are winning. We are bothering these people. They're mad that we haven't gone away. They're mad that more people aren't trying to take us down. It really is pathetic. And even in the article, they're like, these guys are racist, alt-right Nazis. But they never say anything like that. They stay within terms of service. They tell everyone to be nice to everybody and not to harass anybody, but they're really evil. It's like, what are you even talking about?
Yeah, you're contradicting yourself, you know?
It's kind of weird because I think the only ones that are offended by this is Rippa because he wasn't mentioned.
Okay, isn't that convenient? How all of the non-white dudes that are friends, allies, supporters, funders, fans, members, patriot, whatever all of us are, it's hilarious that it's only you guys that get singled out. It's disingenuous. It's offensive, and it's part of the reason why I'm going camera on too. I mean, I am proud. Thank God, I'm proud of the work that you did. And as Tom says on Midnight Sedge After Dark, we're entering what we might call the final re.
Yeah.
We got these motherfuckers on the run.
I think so, in a big way, or at the very least, it's almost like we're starting to like solidify this area of normalcy, right? Like these websites like Salon or the leftist click stuff that it like BuzzFeed, right? Remember how big BuzzFeed used to be, and now you like haven't heard of BuzzFeed in forever and ever and ever. Same kind of thing with Salon.
Yeah, a lot of the
It's
a lot of
still
the
going.
left. Go ahead, Biggles. I know you got to talk. I'll wait.
No, I was just saying I thought it was shut down already. I thought it closed.
Not yet.
But go ahead, son. That's all I wanted to say.
No, I was saying that usually the only time I read the leftist stuff is when I need something funny to read. Because everything that they put out is, I just find it funny. That's all I can do is just laugh.
Yeah, and I think that's. I mean, I don't honestly. At this point, I kind of wish there were more articles like this. Now, I'm using the Internet Archive version because I don't really want to give these people any clicks. But this is the article that we're talking about from Salon. Let's all stop ignoring the fandom menace. It's real, and it's winning. Attacks from the toxic side of Marvel and Star Wars. Why do they put Star Wars in quotes? Fandom are a feature, not a bug.
It's not really Star Wars.
Because Star Wars isn't real anymore.
Yeah, it's almost like they're telling on themselves here. And I think it's interesting too because I don't know about you guys, but I feel like the Fandom Menace had a very like high point, right? Where a lot of people were talking about it's like the lead up and the aftermath of Rise of Skywalker, when so many people were very much were very much in line with the problems and things like that. And it's almost like when that movie just was a pile of shit, so many people woke up to it. And it didn't really fix anything with Disney. Or with Disney Star Wars, they've just kind of continued down this path, although they're very afraid of putting out any more movies now. But it really, I don't want to say it died, but I actually think it grew out of this phrase. Like it became about so much more than just Star Wars. It became Game of Thrones and Marvel and DC and literally fucking everything. So it's funny that they're harping on this as if this specific group of people. It's weird.
The thing about it is like that phrase, it didn't really come into existence until they themselves kept talking about it. So they unknowingly created the one thing that they were trying to destroy, like reverse psychology bullshit.
Yeah, to some extent, yeah. I mean, obviously, I was talking about it back in the day. A lot of people were talking about it back in the day. It was a hashtag. It was just a show of unity against Disney Star Wars. And I think one of the things, honestly, I will say this, I think one of the things that stopped that name from being used so much is because a lot of people were aligned about The Last Jedi, or at the very least, the treatment of people who didn't like The Last Jedi, right? Once we got to something like The Mandalorian, it became a different story because I know a lot of people that were in that camp that actually really liked The Mandalorian and were very supportive of The Mandalorian. So I think that's where you started to see a little bit of people doing their own thing. But speaking of people who are doing their own thing, a man who's so busy, he's barely able to show up to these anymore because his channel's doing so well. Culture Casino, what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on?
Oh my God, is he actually here?
I am.
Yeah,
Wow. How much did that? How much?
I know he's got good hair.
How much did Ryan have? I mean, I hope Ryan didn't have to pay you to show up.
No. Look, he's not wrong. I'm terribly busy. Ryan would know when you start getting into this on top of doing a regular gig like Ryan was doing before he became the big tuber that he is now. And I'm not talking tubing, I'm saying YouTuber. But no, it takes an inordinately. It takes a giant amount of time. You're constantly working.
That's why I wanted to make sure that I said to Ryan and thank you and appreciate it, because I know how much time goes into this because I do so much with so many channels behind the scene, and YouTube is a cruel as fuck mistress.
She is. She can be a little mean. There's no doubt about it. I'm trying to get my color right. I don't know what happened to my color grading. Anyway, but no, I saw this was going. I wanted to pop in here. You guys just covered the worst article ever written by a human. So well done.
It's really bad. It's like a struggle to get through, and it's so funny because it just means the people that are sharing it and saying this article is so great, they're just as fucking retarded as the person that wrote it. Who blocked me on Twitter?
What?
Even though I didn't say a thing about her.
What?
I didn't say a thing about her. I didn't tag her. I didn't interact with her. I was not blocked by her when she released it, but I was blocked by her after the night.
Probably because she knew you were going to come and attack her.
I was not. I was not even going to tweet her because that's in a big way, that's what a lot of these guys want, right? They want to be able to do that. They want me to tweet, try to get people to attack them, right? That's what they want us to do.
Well, yeah, but we know you're not going to.
Yeah, we're not retarded. We don't play that game.
Well, and I just like, I mean, if you just read it, right, this is a person who is a communications major, somebody who, you know, does this for a living, is part of the television critics, you know, blah, 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 whatever the fuck. But at the same time, she can't write. She didn't have anybody edit it. If you just read through the article, it's full of a lot of extra words that don't belong there. She doesn't follow, you know, point A to point B. There's so many poorly written, poorly phrased paragraphs in there that it's astounding to me that this is again somebody that's supposed to be driving the bus in, you know, entertainment, media, whatever, and that's what we get. But you know, it was an interesting hit piece that you guys said on Friday Night Tights were 100% right. It was poorly researched, if at all. You know, and it again, there was no original thought in Hollywood or anybody associated with it. So anyway, that's my thoughts on it. I just thought I would drop those because whatever it is, I mean, there it is. So.
I appreciate it. And real quick, I saw this big $50 super chat
Look at
from
that,
the man, Fitty Buford T. Justice. Says, don't worry, Ryan. I don't care if you're a racist, sexist. Let the groomers Hope you're feeling better, brother. I'll be all right.
I'm actually surprised that Buford has all this money when and free time when he's not chasing the bandit.
Yeah. But no, Buford's always watching, always coming through. So thank you, brother. I felt real shitty this morning. I'm feeling a little better now. So hopefully a little more rest on the weekend and I'll be good to go for sure. And real quick, Chef Nick Nero for 5, who I met when he was down in Orlando one time, says, hoorah, USS Lincoln or USS Abraham Lincoln alumni. I was on the Lincoln and he was on the Lincoln. Awesome. Which is pretty crazy. And then Miner Zircon for 2. Happy MAGA month, people. Yeah, MAGA month was trending yesterday. Which is pretty
pisses
great.
off all the leftists out there too.
Yeah,
it has to. Why can't people have pride in who they voted for?
I don't know.
Yeah,
a lot of people. I've seen people. What is it, like fuck the fourth or something?
Yep.
Like,
I just saw that.
Yeah, so much legitimate anti-American sentiment from people.
Also, to the fact that if I'm not mistaken, I think it's one of the Obama's birthday. Can't remember which one it is, but I think they're probably going to be too busy celebrating that than 4th of July.
I've lived or worked in 14 different countries around the world or gone to school.
Wow.
In 14 countries around the world. I mean, I've lived better part of 16 years of my life in different places for various points of time. And these people that hate America can go fuck themselves. You know, if they hate America so much, they really just should leave. I mean, I just feel that way about all of these fuckers.
They're not going to.
I mean, when you've lived and you've seen the way people live overseas, whether it's freedom, famine, economy, whatever. I mean, good God, these whiny ass little bitches that have surfaced in the last 2 decades are just intolerable.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think what's interesting to me though is when you go to certain parts of this country, like San Francisco or New York City, where they're just once again trying to attack people's rights, their actual constitutional rights. Like, I could see why some people would want to leave this country if that's what your perception of this country was. You know what I mean? And now I would probably just move to Texas or Tennessee or Florida or something like that. But those are the people I could be like, you know what, if that's what you're talking about, your rights being taken away, I can really no longer have the right to freedom of speech if I want to keep my Second Amendment right, because in order to get a handgun in New York City, they need to do a social media inspection.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Jeez. That's going to get struck down.
It will, but it's going to take a little while.
Right. I mean, look at.
No one talked about that last night on Friday Night Tights, weren't you all? I think Gary said something about it. I was like, why would
I brought it up because I saw the AP post about it. But yeah, it's a new. It passed, I think, yesterday or today. It passed in the legislature. So
yeah, no, they're basically they're doing their best to try and get rid of the Second Amendment in their own personal way, but also still. I mean, it's a good thing, but it's a bad thing. But looking at social media, it's none of their business, really. To be looking at their social, what's going on, what they're doing on Twitter or Instagram or whatever.
They're trying to do with social media in New York, basically what Canada's trying to do with that. What's that bill called, Patty? Like Bill C-11, I think it's called.
Oh yeah, C-11. Yeah.
What,
I don't know what that
is
is.
that about? Because I've actually been tagged a couple times in that. I know it's essentially controlling somehow like the YouTube platform that has an effect on that. But
Well,
what
it's pretty
is
much censorship of social media platforms. Is essentially
And
what
they're
it's all about.
what they're doing is they're trying to like come up with this narrative like we need to push more Canadian content when in reality it's like you said, Patty, it's just huge censorship from one country. That's all it is.
Yeah, it's
an
just
excuse
our
for censorship.
communications, our like government communications board is just trying to exert more control over what content is presented in Canada.
Yep. So stupid.
Can you make a law in
It's so
Canada where
fucking
they
dumb.
don't cover American politics anymore?
I don't
It's not a
think that's
real
going to
place.
happen.
America has to control their hat. Okay, they
That's
have
all they
to
talk
tell
about.
their hat to behave and take control of it.
Well, I mean, we haven't been controlling it lately. I mean, I feel like a lot of the stuff that we're seeing now was present in Canada like 5 or 10 years ago. Like the what's that fuck's name? The dude who wanted a spa to wax his balls for him.
Yeah.
Oh, Jessica Yaniv.
Yes, Jonathan
Yeah.
/ Jessica Yaniv.
Yeah.
That person's a freak, and
What?
that went like before a human rights tribunal.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
in Canada like 5 years ago. You
Well,
know?
you had the comedian Mike Ward who was
Yeah.
brought in front of the same tribunal for telling a joke.
About a kid.
Oh, I heard about that.
That joke was actually funny. Pretty good.
Yeah, but they
It was actually funny.
Yaniv actually just took another huge L in court the other day. They
Is
actually
it for
tried,
assaulting that person?
I think so. Yeah, I'm trying to find the story, but yeah, I mean, it was one of many times that this Yaniv person has been in court, and normally they receive some, super lefty, bleeding heart, sentence where it's suspended and or it does, or whatnot, and nothing happens. This time it was. I'm not sure what the set aside exactly was. I'm looking for the story, but it's just a weird situation. We literally have people empowering people to destroy everything that we've built up for 250, 350 years, depending upon your perspective. And it's disgusting. And we turn our eyes back to pop culture because of how the relationship to culture and politics, and we see the success of a film like Top Gun Maverick that they can't explain. They could not predict. They weren't prepared for, and it's just America isn't the only country that actually appreciates American exceptionalism. We're rugged individualist ass kickers. And if you talk to people from other countries, they tell me the same things, and they do it on streams and so on and so forth. And we need more of that. What they try to do is artificially prop up Lightyear, and that thing was a miserable failure. As you guys are making 1,000 videos a day on it, so it's terrible.
Yeah, but I was
but
also
the numbers real quick, like just bringing up Lightyear and Top Gun and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Top Gun is now number 2 at the box office, so it's still hanging on to that 2 spot.
Yeah.
But the number 1 is going to be Minions, The Rise of Gru.
yeah,
And
because I saw Yellow Flash's video earlier today. Shout out to him.
Yeah.
They were talking about they think that Minions is going to do the same thing with Lightyear and flop. No, it didn't.
no, it's so if you look at the numbers, and I talked about it in my video today as well. So the previews, like the Thursday previews, which will go into the total for this number on Friday, but the previews and then the Friday number for Lightyear was 5 million and 20 million.
Yeah.
For Minions, 10 million and almost 50 million. So it more than doubled.
Yeah, this one
in the first 2 days.
This film is going to kick ass in the box office. It's gonna. I think it's gonna be way over even the wildest speculation. I thought it would do over 100 million. Going into the weekend, I said minimum. I said somewhere between 85 and 90, and I fully expect it to be well over 120 in the domestic 4 day.
It's gonna make $200 million worldwide on its first weekend, and Lightyear hasn't even hit that yet.
No.
Yeah,
no.
I was actually hoping for
Amazing.
me to at least make enough to break even. But
No.
Lightyear has to make $500 million to break even.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
talking about. I'm not talking about Lightning. I'm talking about
What?
Minions. I wanted them to at least break even, then maybe make a little bit more extra. Which is, I think that's what they just did.
Well,
I want to
Minions
see Minions.
Minions cost $80 million. So I mean,
Jack-
actually, it is theoretically possible for it to make that this weekend because it would
Yeah.
need,
240.
Yeah, I was gonna say 230, 240-ish, somewhere around
Plus,
there.
it is a long weekend, so
Yeah.
Well,
Well, you're
Another thing too is like the Minions and Despicable Me. They've always found like ways to like make that series funny. Like Toy Story and like all that other spin-off crap. That basically just died off after the second movie. But Despicable Me and Minions, they always just find ways to be clever, be funny. And that's something that Hollywood just like mostly cartoons. Hollywood just lacks that incentive.
Well, I don't know if I agree with
I
that.
have to
So-
disagree too.
Well,
Yeah,
this
Toy Story has not fallen off. Toy Story 3 was probably one of the most popular Pixar movies of all time.
Yeah, it made the most.
And plus, like me, I'm at like I don't have kids right now, but I'm at the adulting age right now, and I have fond memories of going to see Toy Story when I was a kid. This is a perfect time to bring kids. It's getting this nostalgia of adults right now. So I don't know what the studio can be telling themselves to justify besides being like, hey, people don't want this woke trash anymore, and we're like spitting in the face of our fans. Besides that, I don't know how else they can justify the bad performance of Lightyear.
right, and then particularly when you
Menace
look
is
at
false.
looking at the numbers, 4 hours ago, Variety released an updated article where J. Kim Murphy said that they're changing their projected weekend, including Monday, to do 129 million.
Yeah.
I mean, that is just, if you take Top Gun's opening weekend, which was 126, this was opening weekend. If it gets in the 120 to 130 range, I mean, if that isn't a fuck you to woke, I don't know what is.
It is. It
Yeah,
is. And
Minions is not owned by Disney, so that's a bigger.
It's a Universal property.
yeah,
actually.
that's why. That's why it's doing so well because we don't give a shit about what Disney's doing. They're doing what they want to do. It's up to them. That's probably why you're thinking that Universal is basically separating themselves from whatever Hollywood is doing right now because they just want to make movies and TV shows, and that's all they want to do right now.
Money.
I think they've learned that if you go woke, you are gonna go broke. So I think they're gonna be the first ones to actually kind of separate themselves from the wokeness, and then carry on.
I think something that's interesting about it is so perfect for Minions to come out now because it's targeted towards the same demographic as Lightyear, right? It's a movie with much less of a budget. It's also somewhat like the first Minions movie was a spin-off of Despicable Me.
Yeah.
Right? The Despicable Me movies that were popular were successful. The Minions movie itself was a spin-off. Anyone want to guess what Minions did at the box office?
Probably
when it was a
$1
spin-off.
Probably.
It did over $1 billion.
Yeah, I think it did. I think it did more than the first two Despicable Me movies.
It did. I think so
Exactly.
anyway. Worldwide box office, $1.1 billion for Minions.
It's because the Minions are the best part of that movie.
But to be fair, that's what Toy Story 4 did as well back in 2018, 2019. It did like $1.1 billion. But for some reason, they decided that they wanted to go a different way. They wanted to replace Tim Allen as the voice. They wanted to do this whole unique story, which was not supposed to have an LGBTQ plus relationship, that it eventually got pushed in there at one point. They cut the kiss, then put the kiss back in. And now we have a movie that's going to legitimately could lose $200 million for them.
At least.
Which is pretty bad.
If it
creeps up to $300 million at the box office total, then it would lose $200 million.
Yeah.
If they were going to replace Tim Allen, it should have been Patrick Warburton because he is. I think he's a better Buzz Lightyear than Tim Allen. With his 60 episodes of Buzz Lightyear of Star Command, that is one of the best cartoons I have ever seen.
Yeah, I actually watched it too. I actually thought it was pretty good also.
I think of Patrick Warburton when I think of Buzz Lightyear more than I think of Tim Allen.
Dude, when I think of Patrick Warburton, I think of the live action version of The Tick.
I think of him in a lot of things. Like he was in that one commercial or whatever. Was that Allstate or something like that? where he was in the he was just in like a normal car commercial, and I was like, oh my god, I want that car now or whatever. I want that insurance because he was in it, and I was like, that's my Buzz Lightyear, you know. But yeah, if they should have replaced him with Patrick Warburton, not Chris Evans, who just came out and was like, I hate all of you, and if you don't like this, you're fucking suck.
Oh, we got the job.
Yeah, well, he definitely was a casting couch hire back when he got his role on Not Another Teen Movie.
Yeah, no, that's a problem though with Chris Evans, you know, because everybody's pretty much gonna remember him as, you know, well, I'm not gonna say America's ass, but still Captain America. But
I don't know. I remember him more as a Human Torch.
Yeah, most of it, Human Torch or Captain America. But with him being Captain America, they'll come recognize him more from that, because they won't recognize a lot of the earlier stuff he's did.
Real quick, we've got a couple super chats to address, but I just saw this huge fucking Streamlabs. $500.
Whoa, Jesus!
Hey, Biz.
Holy shit, dude. Wow. Happy 4th of July weekend, K-Biz. Holy fuck. Says, radicalize Ryan, the man. Keep up the fantastic content. You guys are all crushing it. Thank you, dude. Again, that deserves another applause. A $500 dono. Appreciate you, dude. Hope you're having a good weekend, grilling out, fucking celebrating, drinking some beer, man. Thank you so much, K-Biz. Appreciate it.
He's killing with all that, with those donations.
Yeah, fucking nuts. Awesome, man. Wow.
Thank you for your support.
Yes.
Hey, Ryan, if you're still living in California, you can put that to your air conditioner bill.
Yeah, that's no lie. I recently, since I was talking about my car trouble, I think it was last Saturday or something. I actually did have to go out and get a new car and shit like that. So that almost cost me as much as it cost for me for a month of month of air conditioning in California.
You didn't get a new car. You just got yourself a new used car.
Yeah, I wouldn't buy a new car.
Yeah, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't either. No, I wouldn't either.
I heard what Jay did to your car. And you know,
motherfucker.
If it wasn't Jay, I would say they did it on purpose.
Yeah, I was like really happy because it's like anytime you get a new car, even if it's a used car, right? It's all like nice and it's perfect, like all that shit. And Jay was the first person that rode in it, and he spilled coffee in it. So now he did spill coffee on like the floor mat. So it wasn't a big deal, but it was just like, of course, the first person to ride in it is going to spill coffee, and it was Jay.
You had to be Jay. Well, imagine if it was Jeremy.
Oh fuck!
If it was Jeremy, I hope you would have thrown him out of the car mid-drive. Just been like,
Jeremy would have spilled like Dr. Pepper or something, not coffee.
Nugget or whatever he used from his Happy Meals.
But again, thank you, K-Biz, for the big dono, man. Helps keep the channel going, support and support everything we're doing. So thank you. GJJ for $20. I was out of Miller Lite, walked to the store because I'm drinking Miller Lite, ran over, did a full RK on them. Damn, you did a full RK on them. Does that mean like you just fucking raged out? Is that what that means? Thank you, GJJ. I actually do. Like, if I'm just gonna like drink a shit ton of beer, I'd probably be Miller Lite. That's my go-to. So, or if it's gonna be shit beer but not a light beer, it'd be like PBR or Budweiser.
Yeah.
Doug Ernst. So I gotta address this super chat. So Doug Ernst is someone of note in the CG community. I think this is not him. This is a fake donation from him. So I want to be very clear about that. But it's still a super chat. But it's a fake donation. This is not a real person. He's just trying to stir up shit. He says, thanks for accepting me. As an openly gay conservative Catholic, I'm shunned by a lot of people. If you ever want to try anything with men, I'm here to help. I'd love to turn you to my side. Appreciate that. Not super up to date with all the drama, but I know that person individually is just trying to stir shit.
Yep.
We're going to read super chats here on this channel. So there you go. Appreciate the $10. Open airlock policy for 350. What's up, Tim? Says happy 4th all. With a little muscle emoji. And yeah, Tim, I think Tim's in the middle of moving stuff around, which is never fun. It's always a pain in the ass.
Yes.
So hope all that gets cleared up soon, man. So, and actually, speaking of that, Tim reminded me of something. There was a YouTube comment on my channel that he found.
Mm.
And I want to talk about this because I'm sure a lot of you other guys have seen it as well. There's
Depending
actually
on the
people that are
video.
there's people that are getting tricked by this shit. Says open airlock policy screenshot says, "Hey, thanks, Ryan." It's there are these bots that are commenting on all sorts of different YouTube channels. Mine is one of them.
Yeah, I've been looking at that.
Congratulations, you've been selected as a great winner. PlayStation 5 and VR. Quickly send a direct message above to acknowledge your prize. Thank you, heart heart.
What?
Now,
Didn't you reply to that
Ryan
saying,
would
"Where's my
never put a
PS5?"
heart.
Yeah, Ryan don't put hearts. He puts middle fingers up.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I would not do this. And my name also isn't text me on Telegram. And I have a check mark on YouTube.
I don't even
but with that,
think you have a Telegram, do you?
no, I don't. So if you guys see this, if you could just like report the comments specifically, I try to ban all of them I can. They're trying to scam people in my comments. The same thing's going on YouTube wide. I know.
Yeah, I think a lot of the channels are doing that.
Yellow Flash is having problems with it. So
yeah,
just be aware that's not me. I don't have any PlayStation 5s to give out. So
what if that journalist on Salon was somehow tricked by one of these bots and I was blaming you and organized the hit piece because of this?
Oh man, that's
probably what happened.
There you go.
Yeah, someone in the comments said that it's the Gundam did have an issue with that as well. He posted it on his community page. I remember him doing that.
I think Clownfish had that same problem also.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of them. It's just YouTube wide. So just be aware. And obviously that's not even my YouTube name. It says text me at Telegram and just a picture of me.
No, yours is Ryan Kinel from Louisiana.
Maybe. But Rachel is saying hi to all the handsome people. So for the ugly people on the panel, I don't know what that means. No hellos for us, I suppose. But thank you, Rachel.
Probably everybody with just the icons on.
Yeah. Schrodinger's face. We don't know if they're ugly or not.
I still think Patty looks just like Patty in real life, and that's why he uses that picture.
Maybe if I grew my fro out.
Ty Sloan for 10. Would you like to see Star-Lord and Gamora have a child in the MCU? Also, do you think Gamora is a top 5 Marvel female?
She hasn't been out that long. I think Gamora came out like early 2000s.
Guardians. I think they're talking about
MCU.
I think they're talking about MCU. That's how I interpret the question, even though it does say Marvel female. I mean, I guess with what we have,
well, we can put Captain Marvel down to the bottom.
And we can put Captain America as the bottom female.
Yeah, we have like Black Widow, Scarlet Witch, Woman Hawkeye, Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel. I think Gamora would have to just be fucking in the top 5 just because everyone else is shit.
The hot blonde chick who's apparently Black Widow's sister, whatever her name is.
The new Black Widow.
The new Black Widow?
Yeah, the hot
one. I guess she'd be top 5, sure. She died. There's another one running out there though somewhere. Would I like to see Star-Lord and Gamora have a child? I don't really care about that.
No.
I guess it'd be funny to see a random scene of them fucking and then like them. We've
already got Thor's ass already. We already got Thor's ass showing, so why not?
Ryan, it'll be like that scene from Mass Effect where it's just like simulating the images of Shepard having sex with the alien shit.
Yeah.
Or it'd be like off of Halo. That'd be great.
Valkyrie, like there's not a lot of very good Marvel female characters right now, to be honest with you, in the MCU.
If they came out during the Phase 1 series and actually had a really decent character developed, yeah, but as right now, no.
Well, Black Widow was cool until she sucked.
I have to say, I loved Gamora. I have zero interest in reproduction in my cinema franchises, so I don't care. But with that, I've got to bail. Thanks for letting me on, Ryan. I always appreciate it. You guys, please get better, dude. You got to stop getting sick.
I seem like I'm getting sick like once a month now. Maybe I got fucking AIDS. I don't know.
It's probably AIDS. More than likely, it's AIDS.
I hope not.
I don't think so. But I had a great time being here, and you keep killing it, man. I could not appreciate you more. I love watching you, and I like radicalized Ryan. I do a lot.
Me too. Salon doesn't, but hey, what are you gonna do? They don't have the best taste. They like pedophiles.
Right, they do. Yeah, and rewriting Ripley, which is not helping their argument at all. All right, have a great day, everybody. Love you.
See you, buddy.
Bye, Culture.
There you go. Subscribe to Culture Casino. He's killing it over there. He's doing a lot of stuff, putting a lot of content out. So
Rewriting Ripley is nothing but a joke. I still can't believe they're still around.
they're not. I mean,
Well,
like they don't really do anything.
I
It's
don't
just
know.
like an article from like a year ago, or a year and a half ago, or something that they pulled. But yeah, they're fucking jokes, just like a lot of people that hate us. That's fine. $5 donor question for Mexican Iron Man.
Yes.
Mexican Iron Man.
Yes.
You remember first watching the Doctor Strange Madness movie when America Chavez first appeared on the screen? Did you have the same reaction that Steven, aka Samuel L. Jackson, had when he saw Django riding up to Candyland?
Oh my God, that's good.
That's
good.
I kind of did. It's funny. It's funny that I think I visit when I was in the theater. I know that I visibly reacted. Like I went like, what the fuck is this? Man, I gotta hate that movie. If I hadn't had to have reviewed it for Midnight's Edge After Dark, we were gonna talk about it. I was gonna walk out of that fucking movie. It was just all over the map.
Yeah, but the difference is though is that there was no kneecapping.
And I call her Mexican American Chavez. I don't know if she's Puerto Rican or whatever the fuck she is, but I just kept.
I don't even know.
I don't even know. I feel bad for the kid because she obviously was kind of trying, but it was just flawed. Everything about it was flawed. I was completely. I'm literally like. It's funny that super chat gets hurt because I was literally kind of like this. Because I'm over in Hilton Head Island, right? I'm like the only Mexican within like 50 miles of here. That's that.
Yeah, there's a lot of white folks there.
Yeah, that owns a house, right? And I'm like on a golf course. I'm like literally like the part in Hilton Head I live in is called Hilton Head Plantation. All right, you can figure out the rest, right?
Yeah, people just
sounds like a white neighborhood.
Exactly, dude. In fact, Ryan, that's no joke. I actually got asked for my card. I was out walking around, and someone asked me for my card. You know, like as if I did landscaping. And
if you ever wear one of those big hats to keep the shade off you, they'll probably ask you that.
Probably. And so I'm in the theater, which is right outside the entrance, and I'm just like in my chair like this. I'm like,
oh gosh.
So yeah, yes to the super chat.
So my roommate was actually watching that movie in like the living room because it's on Disney Plus or whatever. And I go, just tell me when the Bruce Campbell cameo comes on. So he came in, grabbed me, I watched that, and that's all I've seen of the movie. And it was pretty good. Bruce Campbell is awesome.
There was 2 Bruce Campbell cameos, right?
Oh, then I need to see the second one. I only saw one.
It was just in the end credits scene, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like he was still punching himself or something. Yeah, pretty sad way. Like the fact that Top Gun, I didn't think the Top Gun was going to make anywhere close to what it made. Right?
I did.
I did.
I knew.
I was on Midnight's Edge After Dark, and I called it that it was going to do 125 to 150 million opening weekend, and everybody laughed at me.
Well, but I don't think that's a crazy number, though. I think that is like, that's kind of what I expected, big opening weekend like that. What I did not expect was, I'll show you, and no one expected it, not even the analytics, even with that weekend. So the shade that you see is the typical top or bottom of whatever the opening weekend would be. And look at what it's done. It's just continued to separate the gap. It just keeps making money. That's what I didn't expect was the legs that the thing has and the rewatchability that it's having for people.
It's probably gonna be. It'll probably most likely be in theaters for another couple weeks before.
I want to go see it again, but every time I try to get a ticket, it's sold out.
I know, right? That's Biggles luck for you.
Yep. It's got to be open on this weekend somewhere. You say you couldn't find a ticket?
Well, I go to 2 theaters, and both theaters were sold out. Like last weekend.
Has anyone checked their Thor showings?
Dude, I'm not going to see it, bro.
I'm not going to see that for.
I always check because I'm always interested to see, because it's very like anecdotal evidence, right? But if say Spider-Man No Way Home, like that, it was very hard to like find a ticket for, right? At least it wasn't like a dog shit seat for it. But with Thor, which is a couple days out at this point, everything's pretty open. Now, that's just me. That's just the theaters I'm checking in my area. But it is kind of like I wonder what the demand for it will really be.
And also, it also depends on how many rooms they have for how many showings they're going to have on that day, and how many screens they're going to use.
What day does it come out?
A couple of days.
Thursday.
Like
always.
You know what I find very funny? Like when companies like Disney, they'll put out like these big like showings, and then they'll put out just the weirdest merchandise. I was on Gothic. You guys know Gothic Therapy, right?
Yeah. Oh, you talking about the makeup?
Yeah. Oh my God! How did you know that was what I was gonna bring up?
Because I'm a mod on that channel. I dropped a freaking $100 super chat on to congratulate my monetization. Shout out to Gothic Therapy, by the way, too. They're awesome. I love those guys.
They got like eyeshadow based on the movie. I'm like, just stop right now. Like,
well, hold on. I'm gonna bring in a makeup expert if she's listening.
Yes, bring in the makeup. Yes, watch your old videos. You learn a lot about makeup.
Yeah. Oh, she just said BRB. Like I picked the exact wrong time to ask. We'll do it when she gets back.
Yeah.
I would.
She knew we started talking about makeup. She started. I'm gone because I know you would bring me on.
I would hazard to guess. I would hazard to guess that for a lot of movies, they do stuff like that, but oftentimes we don't hear about it because we don't give a fuck about that shit.
Depending on what it is too.
And I think maybe it might be. I would imagine because doesn't Natalie Portman have a very big makeup or it's either makeup or perfume ads? I feel like I've seen her in those before.
She has done some make. She has done. I think she's done some makeup. I can't remember which one it was, but that was a long time ago.
No, I think it was.
I can't remember if it was like Red
Christian
Rock
Dior.
or...
Christian Dior.
Dior. Okay.
Is that really what it's called?
Yeah, Miss Dior.
It's one of those things that just flies under the radar unless we watch TV and we see like ads for it and shit, you know?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying.
In the middle of the night when we're all asleep.
So we'll see. I'll ask Steph. She'd have probably a better idea of it, of like if there's like an Avengers Infinity War makeup line or something. You know what I mean?
I don't think there ever was.
We'll ask the expert when she gets back. Well, for now, Mazit Wazad will have to do. Mazit Wazad, are you interested in seeing Thor at all?
Absolutely not. I mean, they're taking one of the best Thor stories ever and combining it with one of the worst, and I don't need to see somebody pouring shit on something I like, so I'm good. This is the only Thor I care about, this guy. This is the real Thor.
Look at that.
On screen.
Yeah.
The entire premise of it, where it's like, hey, he's finding himself again, I think sucks. Steph, can I bring you in to ask you a question real quick?
Yeah, this is very serious stuff.
I found it. It's official. Ulta, the national retail makeup chain, has it. The Avengers makeup collection. It's at Ulta beauty stores.
There you go.
That's the one I was.
Steph,
we were talking about.
We need a makeup expert to tell us. So the news came out about Thor: Love and Thunder there being like an official makeup line associated with it. Yeah. I want to know, is that a fairly common theme for like a lot of big movie releases that we just don't hear about?
Yeah, it is. Hold on. I had to put in my headphones. It's a thing. There were a lot of there was an Eternals makeup line that came out.
No one paid attention to that.
Yeah, there was an Eternals makeup line that came out. They do it all the time, especially with Disney brands and Marvel brands.
Yeah.
They put anything on a makeup brand actually. So
they did it. They did it a long
Powerpuff
time
Girls,
ago,
there's
too.
Batman, the Avengers. I actually have some of that stuff. I have the makeup bag. I have the lipsticks and the lip glosses. But the thing with it depends on what will sell the makeup depends on who is making the product. So, like the Ulta brand, I think is the brand that is producing the Thor line, and their makeup is just not good. So, like Ulta is like the store brand.
That's like the J.C. Penney people.
Oh, the
Is that who
generic,
that
the
is, or-
general value stuff.
Ulta
Yeah, the J.C. Penney.
No, Ulta is like its own store.
You sure it's not Walgreens?
What the fuck is going on? Who is that?
Biggles,
I hear
it's not the
sports.
time to wag
Biggles.
Netscape. Turn that fucking shit off.
I muted him. Yeah,
Damn
and
it,
that's
Biggles.
you're muted, Biggles.
He's trying to yell at me while he's muted.
He's over here yelling at the big. He's over here.
I tried to get it muted first because it's supposed to come on my TV and it's not doing it. All right, I'm sorry. It's important to me. Okay.
Turn that
There you
shit
go.
off.
But yeah, it is a very common thing. So like this is like Harry Potter blush,
Ooh,
the
Harry
Aladdin
Potter
lipstick from MAC. MAC does a lot of collaborations as well, and then ColourPop with Hocus Pocus. So like it's a very common thing for makeup brands to collab with other with properties to
Yeah, but
release makeup. They do
But
it all the
it's not
time.
really that. It's not really that big though, because usually they don't really advertise.
It's huge
it.
in the makeup community, actually.
It's
Yeah,
really
in the
big.
in the
What
makeup
I'm-
community, 'cause I know you.
No, what I'm trying to say, and the reason I wanted Steph to say that too, is there's plenty of like valid criticism about stuff that we can do all the time, but the idea that there's a makeup line for Thor: Love and Thunder, so that's a reason that people should say, look at who they're trying to like do this. They're trying to specifically market someone. No, that's what they've been doing for a very long time. It's not unique to this movie at all.
Not at all.
Oh, you should see the names they have for these for the makeup that they have, all the
It's-
colors and shit.
I
Oh
think
my
Steph has
god!
probably seen them.
Yeah, the makeup colors is it's nothing new. Like they'll be it's nothing
It'd be
new.
Valkyrie purple or
Yeah.
No,
powerful, strong lemon red.
Things wear
I
makeup.
remember the names
But to
because they had some really
reroute-
weird names.
I-
to
Yeah, Thor
reroute
stuff.
to your point, Subhuman, like makeup has started becoming like the lucrative business because you have all
Yeah.
these influencers around. Like, what was it, like $2 billion that they made in 2019 just off selling cosmetics and shit?
It's a huge, it's
Yeah.
$1 billion industry. Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
there's,
And you
There's a lot-
got people like James Charles,
God.
Jeffree Star. Yeah, fuck those
Jeff
guys,
Murphy.
but I'm just bringing up examples. But like,
Yeah, but-
you got
yeah, but
those
the other
people
thing is-
selling those products.
Yeah, but most of the makeup lines are usually, but it's usually for like the kids or young girls.
Yeah, that has to stop. That
teenage
has to
girls and all that
stop.
stuff. But now that I think it's more like general neutral now for boys that they want to wear makeup. It's like, dude, if I'm going to wear makeup, I'm going to make sure that I'm on the stage doing something like a play or singing or whatever. Well, I don't sing anyway. That sucks.
There you go. Thor: Love and Thunder break apart right there.
Yep.
That was
And then when you're ready for
for
when you're ready for like transgender race swap or transgender swap action, you can be Thor or Mighty Thor.
Yep.
What do you
Ryan,
find
maybe
out
if
from
you
my
wore
two
some
little
makeup,
girls?
you'd get your orders right.
Oh
there's
my
pictures
God.
there's pictures of people putting makeup on me at the Blaze.
That is very true. I have those pictures.
Steph has some behind the scenes footage of
Yeah,
me
but it's not. Yeah,
with
but it's
makeup
not
put
as
on.
bad though. They're just using for the only time
Nah,
you have to put
that's-
makeup on
that's
the
just-
camera.
That's
Yeah,
literally just like
It's
a
just
little
powder
bit
to
of
mat his face down to get rid of the oil. That's all.
Yeah,
But it was
yeah,
funny
that
when
way-
he was getting it done.
it's for the big fucking lights.
Yeah, because when I used to work for the theater arts back in high school and all that stuff, we had a makeup artist in there, put makeup on, but it's only because for the lighting and all that stuff. So, because because especially for guys, because it's hard for us to get the makeup off, and all it does is glow. So that's what
Yeah,
the
it's
makeup's for.
stupid, Perez. I agree. It's fucking dumb.
Don't worry, I can't
Yeah,
wear
I
makeup.
You can't,
that's
like,
why I brought
it's-
Steph in
it's-
because Steph actually knows what she's talking about with this. Isn't just being reactionary about
Well,
some
see,
bullshit.
that's-
It
I
is
watch real
it
makeup
is
stuff.
very much reactionary. It is not new in the makeup industry at all. I mean, MAC has been collaborating with properties for like years and years, and they sell out so quick.
I know
and
this because
with-
I've
with
seen how
makeup
many
collectors-
stupid, retarded fucking things that Steph has. Like
Yeah.
the amount of fucking makeup she has.
I ain't got to worry
from
about
movies
that.
or
I gotta
whatever.
just watch her. I gotta just watch her videos, and I know how much makeup she has.
Look, I have my Batman palette.
See, there you go.
So I mean, it's nothing new. Absolutely nothing. That's true as well.
Okay, Blue Eyes Scorpio, whatever you say.
I believe it. I believe it.
But there's that one. I'm trying to see if I have anything like by me. I don't think I do. I think all of them are over there.
Blue-eyed Scorpio, get the fuck out of here.
I know, right?
Ryan, is that true? You're wearing an art.
But yeah, the makeup industry is $1 billion industry. It's huge. They've been collaborating with brands all the time. There's a makeup. There's a brand called ColourPop. They pretty much collab with someone every single month for a new makeup release. It is nothing new. So this is reactionary. I believe it is reactionary because it is nothing new. I mean, they had Eternals makeup and, I can't remember which brand brought that one out, but Urban Decay collaborates with brands all the time. Disney, Marvel, DC, they're very much, it's something that they do, that they collab with all of these brands for money. So yeah, it's nothing new at all.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mark says, shout out to our favorite makeup expert. Also the only one I know, but also my favorite. So
yeah, we're never gonna have an Arcade Nation makeup line, I don't think.
I would like that. I want G&G to have a makeup palette. Like I put it out there 2 years ago, and we still haven't gotten it done. I want a G&G makeup palette.
Well, you're also still waiting for that G&G onesie too stuff.
That's very true. Yeah.
Can we get Tugs on the line and ask for a Poor Choices palette?
I think I made a G&G palette.
Did you?
Like a meme one, right?
A meme one, yeah. With all but with my makeup, with my actual makeup. Like I made one. And I know how to like mix and make makeup. Like we can do that. Yeah, see? Buy that actually. It's a good idea. I want to make G&G.
It would probably sell best on my channel.
It'll be premium it'll be premium makeup at a really decent price.
I have the biggest female audience in all the Geeks and Gamers channels, so I think that it would have to start off with my channel. I'd have to push it. I think that's the only way it'd be successful.
And they call you sexy.
Ryan should start his own makeup line. It could be all white makeup.
it'll be the white supremacist palette.
Oh my God, we get, and then we can have like the VIP line would be called the Cracker Collection.
yeah. Well, it'll go good for his OnlyClans website that he's got going on too.
It's OnlyClans.
Hide the bruises your husband gives you.
Oh my God, you guys are giving me some good ideas.
I heard the OnlyClans thing last time on Friday Night Chase after you left.
Nice.
OnlyClans, I was like, can I join that?
That's pretty good. Real quick, Dark Side Droids for $10. Natalie Portman is the Rose Tico of Thor movies. I think she will definitely be of this one. I didn't mind her at all in the first Thor movie. I wasn't a huge fan of A Dark World and the way that she was utilized in that. I think that Darcy is the Rose Tico of those movies. I can't fucking stand her.
I love her.
Yeah.
Just because of who
Kat
she
Dennings
is.
is gorgeous, but I don't like her acting.
Big old joint like that she had big titties.
I do. I love
Which
her.
ain't nothing wrong with that.
People could forgive a lot because of that.
That's very true.
And I do.
maybe that's why she didn't get as much pushback as Rose Tico. I don't know.
Yeah, because I actually thought for once when I was actually looking when they changed up the female Thor, I actually thought that was Darcy.
It actually looks a little like her because it's so like CGI kind of artificial. It does actually look a little bit like her in the eyes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe that's why Rey Skywalker was, there was just so much hate for that character. She had massive tits. It probably would have cut the hate in half.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably
and if they were actually
too, they would cut out that potato bag.
Mm-hmm. Disney should think about that.
Ryan,
just stuff a whole sack of potatoes in a rack.
I did look up my two main theaters that I go to for Thor. Out of all the showings of the 3D one, there is only 7 tickets sold in all the times, and there's 6 showings.
Wow.
And then out of all of them, there's only one that's almost full, and that's the one closest to me at 640. And then the other ones are almost completely all open. And the other one's a bigger theater than the one by my house. So.
Well, that kind of tells you one thing, though. People are starting to get tired of the superhero movies.
Well, some of them for sure, but just because they're so sick of the same stuff over and over and over again.
But also that I think a lot of them who actually do like Chris Hemsworth's Thor, they're gonna go see that because of him.
I think it's going to get big numbers. I think it's going to get similar to like Multiverse of Madness numbers first weekend. And I think you're going to see a similar fucking dive. Even though there's not a ton of tickets sold, I still think you're going to see a big first weekend and a heavy fucking drop off. But we do, Steph, I'm going to put you in the back so you can get back to work.
Yeah, put her back where she belongs.
All right.
Ryan, Ryan, are you wearing an Arcade Nation shirt design? What is that?
This is actually Ride On. I just threw on my from the first red, white, and blue thing I could find, which is Ride On.
Okay. They got good stuff.
I'm saving my. I've got like a 1776 red, white, and blue one that I'm gonna wear tomorrow, I think. So
I got the
didn't want to waste that.
Blue Jackets. I got the Columbus Blue Jackets on mine.
That looks good. Yeah, we were watching the Stanley Cup You were watching the Stanley Cup Finals when it happened, right? And I had to go make a video when we were in Discord.
Ass, you bet your ass. Yeah, I was like doing the video because I had the Stanley Cup on one TV and then I was watching AEW Forbidden Door on my computer here. So I was basically just sitting back on that Sunday, just enjoying everything. But yeah, it was so cool. They bent the Stanley Cup when they were celebrating. Did you guys hear about that?
Did? No, I didn't hear about that.
They bent the bottom of it.
Hey, they fucking slipped and fell on the ice like immediately, like as they were before they took like really the first team picture. But
did they?
Yeah,
whatever.
I don't watch a whole lot of hockey unless the Blackhawks are playing. That's about it.
Hockey is the coolest fucking sport.
Like I said, you want to tell me watch is when the Blackhawks are playing.
Yeah, Blackhawks are good, but that whole controversy is basically giving them a black eye. I don't know if you guys have heard about that.
The Patrick Kane stuff or the coach stuff?
The athletic trainer, the groomer. I think I posted it on your Discord.
Oh, yeah. It was like a year ago or something. Yeah. That was pretty crazy.
That's fucking retarded, man.
Well, Patrick Kane, there was some chick that tried to Me Too Patrick Kane a couple years ago as well.
Yeah, I remember that. And then didn't someone try to do that to Evander Kane as well?
I don't know.
I wouldn't recall that.
Let's see. Responding real quick. I'm streaming right now.
Let me see if I can look up that article real quick.
JT, late night with Cap for 2. Later, everyone. Have a great 4th. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you, JT Gunter, who designed the Arcade Nation logo. So shout out to JT Gunter.
Which I love.
Dr. Rachel Lindbergh for $5. Ryan and Steph, my nerdy Outpost makeup line. I don't know much about makeup, but I'd buy it. There you go.
And she's supposed to be a cosplayer, and she doesn't know a whole lot about makeup. Okay.
You just need ones that work. Okay, that's. You don't need to know. You don't need to know how they work or what brands are good. You just need one that works.
True.
Go. All right, we're all caught up. Let me refresh real quick just to make sure there's no Streamlabs. Again, shout out to K-Biz for the massive fucking dono earlier.
No kidding.
And we're all caught up. Now we do have to talk about Disney. Obviously, we talked a little about Lightyear, stuff like that. But
we talk about Cheapskate.
Chapek got extended for 3 years.
Oh my god.
Now there's a couple ways to look at it. There's some people that feel like it's going to be a positive thing at the end of the day, right? There's some people that think it's going to be good because they think that Bob Chapek is actually in there to dismantle the woke authority at Disney, and that he's just been waiting to get this solidified so that he has a big long contract so he can do what he wants. I personally don't think that that's the case. I think that Bob Chapek is going to do whatever he thinks he needs to be pressured into doing, because we saw what he tried to do when he wanted to stay politically neutral to make money, and he really got bullied into bending the knee. And I don't know how you go from knees down, ass wide open with a rainbow colored gun pointed to your head to, oh, by the way, we're just going to get rid of all the activists. Right. So,
well, I'll go first since I'll be
go ahead.
since I'll be the dissenting opinion, but that's okay because
Your opinion doesn't matter since you're Mexican.
I was about, oh my God, you took my fucking joke. That was my joke. That was my punchline. Come on. Oh my
Mexican
God.
Iron Mike smash.
Fuck, you got my punchline. But on a serious, okay, well that was gonna be my joke. I was like, I won't matter because I'm Mexican anyways. But all right, good job getting the joke. But as a guy who's worked with corporate America, long-time CEOs, yeah, he was absolutely pressured to bend the knee and make that hostage video. I'm gonna take a long view because these things take time, and we'll see what he does. I mean, I'm not watching any more Disney crap. I turned off all my kids' access to this shit like months ago, and I canceled that. I still had a subscription open for him. I never canceled it from last year. It was tied to his cell phone, but it's completely, dislodged now. But I'm an accountant myself, and I've dealt with a lot of these C executives, and a lot of times working at that level is a lot like politics. I agree with what
100%.
Ryan says that depending on where the pressure goes is where he's going to go. But this company's pretty fucked up. If he doesn't change this thing, then this company's going to go burn to the ground, which, by the way, might not be a bad thing for a lot of these fandoms that we want, because there's a lot of companies in business history in corporate America the last 50 years where they fucking fall apart and they have to start selling off assets. Assets would be like Fox. Assets would be like, Marvel. Assets would be like, whatever. This company needs to get back to what it's done. I am a fan of Chapek, and I'm not a fan that he bent the knee, but I'm going to be one of those people in the camp that's going to give him, a wait and see approach. I'm not jumping up and down and celebrating because I think this motherfucker lacked, some balls when the time came. When he had an opportunity to strike, it's, whether it's a tactical thing or a political thing, when you have an opportunity to strike, you either strike or you cave, and he caved. And that's when about 50% of my support for him dropped. So I've got about 50% left in the tank of support and hope, because he should have recognized that the opportunity was there and he should have moved. Yeah, firing Peter Rice is a good start, but you know what? This is a company that's so fucked up in two ways. Number one is that in order to get rid of the woke, we got to put like a termite tent around this whole company and just fumigate all these bastards. And I don't know if you can get all the woke termites out of the rot. And number two is for all these things that we care about, Star Wars, this and that. Walmart, it's like Walmart. Disney is Walmart. It's got fucking shoe department. It's got Marvel. It's got this guy's got problems with Marvel. This guy's got problems with Pixar. This guy's got problems with Star Wars. This guy's got problems with Galactic Star Cruisers. This guy's got problems with the theme parks. This whole company's got fucking problems. And I don't think I have a hard time believing that anybody is going to turn anything around in 3 years. I don't believe it's enough time for anybody on the planet to turn shit around. And if the politics goes bad, he might cave again. So I'm giving him right now an F plus D minus of hope. That's where I'm at.
And I think that the way you think about it, like, I guess we'll see what happens, is like, I think that's a fine way to think about it. I think that there are people who are like celebrating and say this is the moment he's been waiting for, that he is going to get all the woke out of there. I think that is a very wrong way of thinking. I don't think that that's going to happen. And I'll ask this: if that is the case, now that Chapek has his 3-year deal in place, now that he has this, why wasn't his first point of business to say, you know what? We were wrong about this, the whole parental rights and education thing. We're not going to be pursuing it and, going against what the state of Florida is pushing. We're going to respect the laws and respect what families want. That's a very simple statement that would immediately send the message and garner a lot of goodwill back from people. He's not doing that. So
I agree with you.
Why would anyone have any hope going forward with this guy?
I got D minus F plus hope. That's where I'm at.
There you go.
But isn't the company filled with like Igers people though? Like it cultivated this like woke kind of from the roots all the way up to the top. So for him to make a move, he needs allies. I mean, there's a lot of good documented of the takeover from who was it Miller? Who was the old CEO of Disney? He was related. He was like the son-in-law to Walt Disney, and basically had to do like a hostile takeover with who's his name? Whatever. I'm getting the names mixed up here, but they did that in the 90s, and then that cultivated this like more imaginative, more creative process in Disney. But I don't think he has the allies around him. If he tries to make a big move, it's just basically putting his head on the block to get chopped off if he's going to make a move or hinder the company.
Well, it's also the fact that you got to see who's on the board also, because you don't know who he's gonna be able to ally, if any of the board members will ally with him, if he decides to go the right direction and get rid of all the woke bullshit.
Yeah, I think that I don't think he's going to do anything that would put his job in jeopardy at all.
I think because 3 years, it's not really gonna clear everything, but it could be a start to kind of start clearing things up, because we don't know what's going to happen after the 3 years. I mean, he could clean up as much of the mess as he can to try and get back on track, and then I guess leave the person who's going to be in charge next to finish the job, or it'll just completely fall apart in 3 years like it's going to. It'll just completely go downhill as it's been doing now.
Like that, I think that's to go so far to say that Chapek is a man with good intentions surrounded by the swamp. I don't think we know enough about Bob Chapek to say something like that.
Yeah, Bob Chapek is a Machiavellian opportunist. Yeah, it's evidenced by the fact that he's a Machiavellian opportunist who comes from an accountant personality. I tell you, accountants can be great, but I actually don't have a lot of friends who are accountants, because accountants can be pussies. And I said this,
they're pussies and assholes, and that's why the Peter Rice firing had nothing to do with his politics.
Nope.
Okay, it had everything to do with Peter Rice was gunning for his job.
That's why
he got fired the way he got fired.
It's Game of Thrones shit.
Threat. Yes. He was being threatened because
the person he got replaced with has the same fucking political ideology as he does. Like, I know that, people want to. We've been talking about this with Star Wars and Lucasfilm for quite some time.
Civil War.
People want to have hope, and sometimes you need something like that to hang on to have that hope. I'm more of a realist when it comes to this.
I gotta tell you, before even Kenobi came out, I had already come to this conclusion. I've said this on many live streams that I've been on, and I've pissed a fuckload of people off. And that's this, which is that I've still got a lot of years of my life left to go. Maybe 2 decades, maybe 4 decades. I don't know. We'll see how long this run of my life goes. I already know that I am content to die without ever seeing good Star Wars again, because I have zero faith that I'm going to get anything that's honestly worth my time watching. Because that's what they want. They want us to die off, and they want to do their own new shit. I'm convinced of it. And the odds of it ever getting fixed, or so and so get fired and someone else this and that, or whatever the flying fuck. I mean, come on, Obi-Wan Kenobi shouldn't have been that hard. The original movie, the fucker's in that for 15, 20 minutes. We got plenty of prequel and other stuff. I mean, it should have been a slam dunk. So I've already, in my mind, I'm going to die without ever seeing good shit again.
Yeah, but okay. How long has Kathleen Kennedy been president of Lucasfilm?
10 years.
Too long.
Okay, knowing her, she'll probably go for she'll probably wait till she goes 15 years, and then she'll probably either go to retirement or go into semi-retirement. If she goes into semi-retirement, she still probably will have some sort of control over Lucasfilm. If she goes into full retirement, she may still jump in there. So even though Kathy Kim may still be gone, or still be around, it's still going to take a long time for Lucasfilm to get back on track.
She ain't doing shit after she's gone, but she's gone whenever she's ready. I think that 2024 is probably when she's ready.
That's what I was thinking.
Let's just be real. She's getting old. They want to see the Indiana Jones movie out and everything. So then 2024 comes along, her contract expires, and she leaves.
I think,
and then she gets replaced by Michelle Rejwan.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, one of her disciples.
Yeah.
You know how it is. It's the rule of two.
Now, when someone comes in like that, whoever does inevitably replace her, maybe they are able to do more things. Like people out there that maybe they are operating within the landscape of what they can do at Lucasfilm now. Maybe it opens up a little bit for them when someone else comes in, because they don't have the history Kathleen Kennedy has, don't know the people, maybe don't have the same type of power that she has in Hollywood. But yeah, it's not like that changes things immediately.
No, it's gonna take, like I said, it's gonna take a long time for Lucasfilm to get back on track the way it used to be.
Dude, Michelle Rejwan is full of shit. That woman is whack.
She's a J.J. Abrams disciple.
Ugh.
That's even worse. Well, I don't know. I mean, if she was a Rian Johnson disciple, that would have been a nightmare.
Well, I don't think he has any. But
isn't Jon Favreau also supposed to be still in the run also to take over Lucasfilm? Or was that Kevin Feige?
I guess that really depends on who you're listening to. But
yeah,
I don't know if that's. I haven't heard too many people talking about that as of late.
Maybe the company should implode. The stock price drops, and then on a Friday night tights, we just like raise the money in one stream. And buy the motherfucker.
I'm waiting for it to drop to $30 before I purchase any stock. So it needs to drop another $60. We can do it.
It's gone down a lot. I don't know if it's going to go down any further.
Yellow Flash is in the chat.
Shout out Yellow Flash.
Yep, shout out to Yellow Flash.
Yellow Flash.
Yes, Yellow Flash. I don't know if you've heard that. There are reports and sources that say that Bob Chapek is ready to get all the woke out of Disney. All he needed was that 3-year contract. Now he's got it. I don't know what he's waiting for to make the announcement that we reject. We're going back on what we said. We're actually not saying fuck you to the state of Florida and any parents that don't want us involved in your kids' lives. We're going to take a step back. I don't know what he's waiting for, if he was waiting for this contract extension, but that is, and I see Gary's also laughing at that idea.
Gary!
I agree with Gary.
How about instead of reimagining tomorrow, we
God
fixed the
damn
fuck
it,
up
Gary.
yesterday?
Yep, damn it, Gary.
Yeah.
I actually have to wait because I'm going to be watching, because with this whole Bob Chapek thing, I'm probably going to be watching a lot of Clownfish TV because I know they have some stock in Disney. So
Clownfish, fuck yeah.
Clownfish will eat this alive. They will get a lot of shit coming out of this.
They've been eating it alive. They've just been doing video after video, and it's all funny as hell.
I know. Especially when Sparkles goes on a rant about it. Yep.
Geeky Sparkles is the best part.
Yes.
But I guess we'll just have to see. Yes, Bob Chapek was the chess piece we didn't know was on the board for the Civil War. Now he's there. General Bob Chapek coming in to mop the floor with the woke.
So jump in and say hello there.
Well, look, the way I'll put it is that he's the best hope anybody has for that company getting fixed, but that's like doesn't say a lot either. You know what I mean? It's kind of like it's kind of like Mexican Iron Man being your best draft pick for the NFL draft this year. That's a pretty shitty draft. You know what I mean?
And I think that the way so from a logic standpoint, I think the reason a lot of people have come to this conclusion is because Bob Chapek throughout his entire career at Disney's kind of like rubbed people the wrong way. They've kind of hated him because he's literally like all about profits, right? He's willing to fucking piss people off in order to make a little bit more money. He's willing to do this and that. Those are all like things that you can do. Now that he's in this position, as he's finding out, like what he did was specifically a decision that cost them money. By going after the state of Florida, by going after the parental rights and education bill, by bending the knee to these people. That was a decision that he knew would lose the money. He did it anyway, because at the end of the day, he's not going to go any higher. Like this is the highest position he'll have, CEO of fucking Disney. It doesn't get any bigger than that, unless you want to run for president of the fucking United States, like Bob Iger does at some point. So now he's going to make moves to keep his job. That's what I think. And that's not always about making the most money when you've allowed these activists to get so much power in your company.
I'll go a step further. If he doesn't fix it or do a decent job, well, I think this is the only job he's got. This guy cannot get a job CEO somewhere else. I mean, who's going to hire him? PR is in the garbage. Stock is down. Company is embattled. There's no other company that this guy can jump and go be CEO for. I agree with you, and so that point that I just made is in support of what you just said, Ryan. Like he has to keep his job one way or the other, no matter what, because there's nowhere else for this guy to go. Not right now.
Yeah.
Now I do think that this. I'll say this. I think that if the tide turned hard enough, if Disney stock got bad enough, they lost so much fucking money that people were knocking down their doors, the shareholders were pissed, then I think you might see Bob Chapek go a different way. Like we're seeing with Netflix now, but Disney's not in the same position Netflix is. And that's the thing that I don't think people understand. Disney's so much bigger and has so many more revenue streams than Netflix does, that in order to get like a Netflix type of, and it's a small reversal for them too. They're just fucking laying off a couple people and focus on different stuff. But they had a 70% drop in their stock and they only have one fucking revenue stream. So I think that we're not going to see anything from Chapek. That's what I personally think. So, does anybody other than Mexican Iron Man have an argument to that?
I think people in the company don't like Chapek because he's never been to Epstein's Island or something.
Ooh.
But I will.
They don't have
reroute.
the dirt on him.
I want to reroute to what you were saying, Ryan, because another thing too, Disney. I think you just brought it up. Disney has all these intellectual properties that they can fall back on. They have the princesses. They have Star Wars. They have Marvel. They have all of it. Netflix doesn't have shit. Like, they literally have to go out and, like, rip off anime just to mean something. And it's just sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, Netflix is going. Yeah, Netflix is going down here real fast. I don't know which was going to hit rock bottom first, Disney or Netflix.
Netflix.
Oh,
Yeah.
Netflix.
I don't
easily.
Because
Netflix doesn't have an amusement park.
I've never had Netflix. What?
Sub, did Disney's stocks tank 80% like Netflix? I don't think so.
Came close though, from what I was looking at.
It went down from like 120 to like sub 90, I think. It's right at 90.
About in the past year, about 38 or 40% for Disney. That's what it is. Not.
Well, I've never had
75. Okay, but I think that for Disney's business model is very diversified, right? They have theme parks that make an ungodly amount of money.
Yeah,
they have merchandise deals. Every like store you go into, right? They have deals with Hasbro and like all these other places. They're constantly bringing in money that way. They have TV stations, right? They have news networks. They cover sports. Like they have they own a lot. They own a big portion of the media in general. National Geographic, all these different things they can get into. So they're very diversified compared to Netflix, which is a big streamer. They're the biggest streamer, but all of a sudden they have competition like they've never faced before.
Yeah, Hulu and all them.
Yes.
And a double gut punch to Netflix. Not only is there competition, but that very competition is taking back the things that people sub to Netflix for. They're taking back the Netflix Marvel series. They're taking back The Office, Parks and Rec. They're taking back the things that people binged forever on Netflix, that they would literally stay subscribed to Netflix just to watch Office for the 10th time in a row.
Yeah, basically taking back their market share, and that's scaring the shit out of Netflix.
Well, also to the fact is that cable and satellite TV is pretty much dying. So yeah, everything's going to streaming anyway. So they might as well go ahead and start, kind of getting all together and get all these channels, bunning up into a streaming service. But you're still gonna be paying the same amount of money as you have with cable and all that shit. So what's the difference anyway? I mean, I have HBO Max and Hulu. That's it. And then I have Crunchyroll. Have the time I'm gonna watch it anyway.
I think there was a recent poll that essentially said that people thought that Netflix, you get the worst value right now as compared to other streaming services.
I heard about that.
I think that the poll I was looking at, it was just one poll, right? But it's like people responded, felt like HBO Max was actually the best value for all the back catalog of stuff they have, followed by Disney Plus, then Amazon, then Netflix was like brought up the rear.
And let's keep in mind, Netflix has had 2 price increases in the last 2 or 3 years, right?
Did they get rid of their free ad subscription? It's now paid with ads.
I remember that.
Yeah, that's another problem with Netflix is that they're getting rid of that free ad.
They're not getting rid of it, but what they're doing is they're increasing the price for that one and then having a tier. They're having a tier below that you could pay a little bit less for, but get ads.
But you're still paying for it, so it's not like a free. I mean, that free subscription is usually what a lot of people have, because they can keep their subscription, and then when they got the money, they can pay for that little month or whatever to binge watch whatever shows they want, and then they just kind of drop it back down, and they keep doing it like that. So no matter what, they're losing money but saving money at the same time when it comes to customers. And Netflix knows about this.
I mean, Netflix basically has Stranger Things right now, which everybody's watching. So most people are stealing their friends' Netflix accounts to watch it.
Yeah, that too. I mean,
and they're cracking down on that as well, which people aren't very happy about.
Well, big as about this with Crunchyroll, because that they still have their free subscription with ads. But now with all these new shows coming out, you can only watch like what 3 episodes. Then they're gonna have to buy the premium just to watch the rest of it, or you have to wait 6 months until after the season's over before you can watch it for free.
Well, I've been using Funimation. It has a better UI, and now it's all going to Crunchyroll. And basically, the free one that you pay for, I pay for Funimation anyway. So I'll just transfer my thing, and I'll still get it. But...
Mazit Wizard, if you had to choose one streaming service to get, which would it be?
Wow. God, I got rid of all of them. I got rid of my Netflix, Hulu, and Disney. So I would probably pick probably Netflix because it's got Stranger Things, and I actually really love Stranger Things.
I haven't seen one fucking second of Stranger Things.
Me neither.
I hear myself in the background somewhere. You guys hear that?
Oh, that's right. I turned the when my internet dropped, I turned the YouTube on.
That's right. Mazit Wizard is a boomer. If you couldn't tell,
I am turning 48 next month. So
yeah, but now what's going to happen when Daily Wire decides they want to start doing their stuff with movies and TV and all that, and TV shows and all that?
Well, they've launched Daily Wire Plus launched 3 days ago.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they've named it Daily Wire Plus. So that's their streaming service. And when they did the announcement 3 nights ago, they did it announcing that Jordan Peterson's content's going to be there. They're going to put their movies there, and they blatantly came out and said we're going to do family-oriented children's content on Daily Wire Plus.
The movies have been pretty good too.
They need to. They definitely need to bulk out their content, right?
Yes.
Because right now, we don't get a lot for subscribing to that. You don't get a lot of content. So I mean, I'm totally supportive of what they're doing. Obviously,
they're gonna basically start competing with everybody else.
Well, in order to do that, they need to bulk out the content in order to appeal to people that aren't just Daily Wire fans. Because they want to reach a broader audience. They really do. So in order to do that, they got the right mindset about what they're doing. But it's just it takes a while. It takes a long time. It's not something you can just fucking snap your fingers and create a bunch of new content.
It's a slow process because you got to negotiate with all these other people because they're probably gonna go out to Japan and get some anime. Probably go to Korea and get some TV out there, or China and all that. Try and bring it over here because that's pretty much what everybody else is doing.
We'll see about that. I don't know how much of that they're going to do.
Well, they might not do it now, but they're just getting off the because I don't know how it took for Netflix to get their friend and get all these stuff. But so Daily Wire is pretty much starting from the bottom. They got to work their way up, just like everybody else.
They got to do a Bible Man reboot. We've all been wanting it. Come on.
I'm with Yellow Flash. They should definitely pick up things like Dukes of Hazzard and all the old shows that could never be remade and just start doing that stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely old 70s shows, 80s shows and all that stuff.
Dude, if they came out with a Dukes of Hazzard, holy shit.
Well, they came out with that movie all those years ago.
Yeah. They couldn't even make that movie now because of the General Lee.
Oh my God, they should have a Dukes of Hazzard reimagine at the Texas border using the General Lee to fight off the Mexicans that are coming across because we didn't finish the wall.
I mean, they could always make it they could always make it a period piece. They don't have to do current day.
No.
Yeah, they 1000% should do that. If they were to do that, they should make it from the 70s.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of movies and TV shows that came out back in the day. They weren't able to. I don't think they would be able to touch on the family, especially with Archie Bunker and his political ways.
Has anybody seen? This is a little bit of a shift, but since we're talking about streaming, Chris Pratt's new show, The Terminal List, came out, which is based off a book. It's based off a book by Jack Carr, former Navy SEAL. It's on Amazon Prime.
Oh, okay.
It is fucking good. Holy shit, I really liked it. Was it like a thriller or something like that? Yeah, it's a military thriller. And again, the author's a former Navy SEAL, and Chris Pratt's a star. And in the there's some stuff you can see the making of it. And actually, Jack Carr was one of the guests on John Bartolo's show before he passed away. And he talked about a little there, but they tried to make it as accurate as possible. A lot of people that appear in it are actual special operators, actual Navy SEALs. And whenever they had a question, they like would ask those guys, like, if this was your target and this was like what you were trying to do, how would you go about it to make sure they made it as accurate as possible? So
you probably would agree with all that too, because I'm pretty sure you're watching it like, yeah, that sounds about right.
Well, I'm not. I fucking operated nuclear reactors. I was not a special operations guy, but like to me, it feels very fucking authentic, especially seeing a lot of the behind the scenes stuff. So
yeah, Ryan, you can see yourself in it, right? Since you're in the Navy.
I would highly recommend that. I like it better than Reacher. I think that Reacher has a little more mass appeal because of the tone of it. But holy fuck, I've never been someone who thought that Chris Pratt was like some really great actor or anything. I like Chris Pratt as an actor. To be honest, I think it's the best acting I've ever seen from Chris Pratt in this series.
Is it better than when he played Andy on Parks and Rec?
Yeah. Well, I love that character. Right? I think his acting's really good.
Ryan, have you seen the whole thing or just a couple of the episodes? Did it all?
I've seen all 8 episodes.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. Well, if you recommend it, I'm going to check it out.
Yeah, I definitely would recommend it. It's a military thriller, and it kept me, especially the first 4. Like, the first 4 episodes were like really tense, and you almost weren't quite sure if you knew what was going on or if the main character quite knew what was going on. So it was really good. Highly recommend it. I'll definitely try to do a review of it, either on this channel or the main one at some point. But yeah,
so basically, yeah, because usually if it's kind of like that kind of show, it may not be offensive to a whole lot, but you can probably get an understanding, because most of the shows because a lot of the shows that I watch, anime or manga, whatever is going on across the thing, I can watch or read whatever that stuff is, and it's tense, and I do feel offended about it, but I don't care. It's still great. It's still great storytelling.
Yeah, I don't think there's the only reason. To me, the only reason people aren't going to like this is because it's Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt.
I think there's going to be a lot of people that hate it because it's Chris Pratt. And there will probably be some very fucking soy leftist fucks who don't like it because it's a story about a military dude.
Yeah, but now how much is there, like, action? Like, do we get see blood and all that stuff, or is it just
100%?
Okay. Oh yeah. It'll really kick off the soy boys, because they don't like the sight of blood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so I think it's funny because people were mad at Top Gun. Some people were mad at Top Gun because they're like, oh, it's just like military promotional porn, basically. And one of the things that I thought they did really well in Top Gun was make it very broadly appealing to a wide audience, not just America. Mm-hmm. Because although it was obviously unabashedly, patriotic, and these people, are doing their jobs and they want to succeed, it wasn't like, fuck this other country, fuck these people kind of thing, right? It was very much, hey, these guys have a job to do, they need to execute it, boom, fucking awesome.
Well, they also had a shirtless Miles Teller, which apparently all the ladies are going to go see it over and over again just for that scene.
Yeah, but during Dividends, though, they had a football game, and the original one had a volleyball game. So.
Mm-hmm. And there's a woman in this one.
Yeah. Who was it?
Phoenix. Her name is Phoenix in the movie. She's my favorite character.
And then she
was not shirtless in the movie.
Unfortunately, I think that there was no equality there. I actually had a big problem with that. So. And then with Terminal List, people are going to think, oh, it's just glorifying, military,
toxic masculinity.
That's what some people say, but at the same time, there are a lot of the story. There's a lot of fucking bad people involved, and it shows a very dark side of that type of lifestyle. So you would think they would be all about it, at least the balance, different takes, between serving your country and thinking that what you're doing is honorable, and then other people trying to take advantage of you. You'd think that would be something that a lot of people could get behind, but the critics are bashing it. I fucking love it though.
The other thing though, because this is military. Because because I've talked to a lot of because my grandpa, he served in the Vietnam War and the Korean War. I've talked to him. He said that it was scary out there. It's basically what they say is pretty much your own personal hell, and you're trying to get out of it. And that's kind of like what I guess what this show is pretty much all about. All that stuff, that kind of lifestyle in military, especially during war and all that stuff.
Yeah. But anyway, that's my little. It just came out, so I can't imagine a lot of people have seen it. But once I started, I couldn't fucking stop watching it.
Wow, and that's you being exhausted and overworked and having a shitload of stuff to do. That's pretty.
I'll be fair. If I hadn't been sick, I probably wouldn't have got the time to watch it. But since I was like just trying to rest a little bit, I started it, and I'm like, "Fuck, it's good."
Yeah, crazy thing is, all these people that are criticizing it are probably the ones that are not going to watch it anyway. So why criticize if you're not going to watch it?
Well, I mean, I feel like you just on the stream, some of you and I feel like we've been critical of stuff that some people aren't intending to watch. So I think it's fair game for.
Yeah. Well, it's also the fact that when Disney and all of them are pandering to all these SGWs and all that stuff so they can watch the movies, and they don't even watch it either.
Yeah. But with that being said, we are rolling in on the 2 hours, and I'm kind of fucking exhausted.
I need to go in 5 minutes anyways.
There we go. So we are going to start wrapping it up. I will let Mexican Iron Man do the first plug. Thank you for coming, man. It's always good to have you.
Thanks for having me.
He's going to do a 5-minute outro.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate your embracing the, inclusion, diversity, that other bullshit. No, I mean, let's see, what do I doing? I got Midnight Sedge After Dark with Tom Connors, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Midnight Sedge with Andre, and Tuesday mornings, Loki's Mornings of Mischief, and Friday nights, I do Loki's Mornings of Mischief. We do a late night show on Fridays, too. Late night. Anyway, but follow me on Twitter, the link's in the chat, and then I always post wherever I'm at. And again, Ryan, thank you for everything you do. My thanks to my fellow patrons and top-tier supporters of this channel. What you started 3 years ago is growing, and we're just getting started. And I'm really, really proud of all your work that you do. And if you ever need anything from me, you can count on me, and just call and I'll be there.
Thank you, brother. I need to make a trip up to South Carolina one of these days. It's not too far away.
I got a big house. I'm on a golf course, and I'm there's a gun range like 30 minutes from here, an outdoor range right near between me and Savannah. And I got all the toys.
I'm in South Carolina now.
You good with my American themed mags? Can I use these on 4th of July?
America!
Shoot, I'm in South Carolina right now.
Come by, I'll buy you a burger.
I can't because I'm in Lexington.
Oh yeah, you're not near me.
Yeah, I'm nowhere near you. Besides, I'm only gonna be here for one day. Then I gotta go.
Always got one within reach somewhere.
No, because then I gotta go up to North Carolina tomorrow.
Nice.
And then go all the way down to Arkansas.
All right, but thank you for joining us, Mexican Iron Man. Appreciate you, bro. Mazit Wizard, thanks for coming once again, man. For being so patriotic. Do you have anything? You want to plug?
I don't have a channel or anything. I'm just about to take a month's worth of leave. I'm gonna go see my littles, and I'm gonna go see Chrissy Meyer, one of her comedy sets. So I'm really excited about that. Otherwise, yeah, thanks for having me. Thanks for the fellowship, putting out actual quality entertainment that I can go to and watch and enjoy all the time, instead of going in to some Hollywood production and with the trepidation of thinking, hey, oh, this might be really woke, or this might be shit. You guys have been telling me what's good. I haven't wasted money at a theater this entire year. Everything I've seen has been worth seeing because your recommendations are on point. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for having me.
Hell yeah, man. Thanks for coming once again. Biggles Mets, who's been watching the Mets game.
Yes. And they just gave up 2 home runs, 1 3-shot, 1 solo shot, and now they're losing, and I'm very upset.
That's what you get for interrupting the stream.
Hey, I tried So what happened was I had the stream still set up from yesterday, so it just jumped on, and I was like, oh, shit. And I tried to mute it.
Hey, Biggles, if you're not watching the Mets games, do they win?
Well, I don't know. I've watched every single game, except for a lot of the games they lost in June because I wasn't around. So I think they lose more when I don't watch. Then I think they lose more when I don't watch. To be honest, they've lost 75% of the games I haven't watched. So, but yeah, we were saying goodbye, right?
Yes.
Goodbye, everybody. You can see me on YouTube, Biggles Mets, or Twitch, and Biggles_Mets. All right, cool. There. And watch Ryan. Yeah, do it.
Thanks, buddy. Heath Nation, the ambassador. What do you got going on?
So, first off, before I start, I just want to say I saw Mexican Iron Man representing the NRA, Second Amendment rights. I had to bring it out just for him. Yep, there it is. Same idea, buddy. But first off, you guys can find me here on YouTube. I upload a plethora of content. I've been kind of off and on YouTube. I've just been enjoying life. Special thanks to Arcasoul for giving me some happiness for once. He ain't on the stream. He's on stream on Twitch right now. But just today, like hours before this stream, I uploaded a gaming movie based on the new Evil Dead game. And it features a bunch of people prominent in our community. Wicked Virtue, Lethal Lightning. This guy right over here next to me, Biggles, is featured. So when you get the chance, make sure you guys check that movie out. It's about an hour, 10 minutes. Little late night special. Other than that, you might have noticed in the chat, there's been a lovely lady that's been plugging in links left and right. My nerdy home, Steph. We love her very much. If you would like to see her and another beautiful lady named Mara Jade stream later tonight, you can. They do talk nerdy to us. They talk anything and everything pop culture. Gaming by day, talk nerdy to us by night, all day, every day. So make sure you guys go check that out on Mara's channel. So with that being said, I will remove my hat. To all you guys here on the panel, to everyone in the chat, I say good night and goodbye.
There you go. Thank you, Heath Nation. Appreciate it, buddy. Subhuman, what do you got going on?
Well, you can catch me here on YouTube. I was going to do a live stream today, but then I saw your little notification that we were going to do your membership streams. So I decided to do this instead. But yes, I do have a YouTube channel, and I will probably do a live stream probably here within the next couple of days or so, just to kind of get myself started on what I want to do with it. Because it's just going to be a live stream channel since my work is pretty much doing everything for me. So I'll probably just start doing like live streams, maybe once, twice a month if I get just to get myself going. But other than that, you can find me here. I'm working my way up to 300 subs. But
there you go. Hell yeah! Thanks for being here, man. Appreciate it. And Flaccid Phoenix, I see you're sharing your screen. You want me to show it here?
Just 1 second. I'll when I get to it.
Got it.
Yeah. Well, thanks Ryan for having us on. Just got monetized, slowly rising to 3K subs here now. Over on my channel, we do rant, riffs, and reviews about basically anything geek or nerdy pop culture. Our motto is bringing you the post-nut clarity on all things pop culture. We will be doing a season 3 review of The Boys as soon as it concludes, but otherwise we're doing stuff like Smash or Pass or Fuck, Marry, Kill of your favorite nerdy content, which is it's basically locker room talk about geek shit. But if you don't like that kind of stuff, just go over there, sub. I have the best looking thumbnails of any channel on any 3K subs. It's because of those thumbnails I got my job working for Chris Gore at Film Threat. So go over there, sub to Film Threat, where in the next week or so we're going to be doing his Critics Court, where he's going to be putting Star Wars on trial. And it's going to be a whole big production stuff there. So you can catch me there. I'll be producing. So if you come into the chat, I'll star your question for him and stuff. And yeah, go ahead. I made this for Chris Gore. I want this somehow to go viral. I think it's so funny. If Gore the God Butcher with Chris Gore.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Identical.
How did you do that?
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, and then there's just the regular one here with Chris Gore. I think it's so funny.
He was talking about that. He was like, I love it when people are going to be talking about Gore and Thor. I'll be thinking about myself.
That looks like Chris Gore when he wakes up in the morning.
Oh, yeah. So
you've seen him when he wakes up in the morning, Sub?
That
No,
was
I
crazy,
think that's probably
man.
what he does look like.
You like stand up right in front of him when he's waking up. You're like, that's what he looks like.
No,
Quick
I only do
picture.
that to you. No. I only do that.
You
to
only
you.
do it to me? Oh,
Yeah, I only do
okay,
it to
good.
you.
I feel special now. I'm glad.
Yeah, special ed.
Whatever.
Oh.
Still works.
Also, if you're going to be at San Diego Comic-Con, I'll be there too for his Attack of the Dock premiere. So.
Wait a minute, San Diego Comic Con is still a thing?
Yes, sir.
Oh God, I haven't been to a San Diego Comic Con in years.
That's still a thing. And I think you guys are doing something off con, right? Or like
over
outside
like
the convention.
Over in the Hillcrest area, our favorite part of San Diego.
Yes.
Yeah, I talked to him about that. It's kind of funny that he picked there, but and then there'll be an after basically party thing.
I heard it's cheap to rent stuff out there when it's not June. So
yeah, you got it right. Perfect timing, huh?
Exactly. But yeah, I really want to go to that. I just don't think it's going to work with all the other stuff I'm doing. I think I'm going to be halfway across the country doing something else at that point. But
Damage got you running ragged.
I am doing a lot of shit right now, that's for sure. But thank you, sub to Flash of Phoenix, sub to Film Threat, and make sure you stand by for the Attack of the Dock documentary that's coming out. I'm excited to tell for that.
I can't wait.
Especially with all the stuff happening with G4 over the past couple months. So, and then last but certainly not least, although he doesn't have anything to plug, Patty.
Nothing to plug except my ongoing appreciation for you, for the guys here on the chat and the stream. And just want to wish everyone a happy 4th of July weekend.
There you go. Well,
Thank you,
buddy.
man, from our hat.
I appreciate you, man. We do have another super chat from Mark I. Hendricks for 5. Love all you guys and gals. Such a great community. Let's keep on making all the right people shed those liberal tears. Everyone have a great 4th. Thank you. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate it, man. I see Abomination AJ in the chat. What's up? I met him in Dallas. So good to see you here, buddy. And that's it. We've got our stream tomorrow. It's going to be the normal Sunday stream. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to talk about yet, but I'm sure I'll find something. It sounds like Minions is going to blow Lightyear out of the water, which is going to be a great talking point because any excuse people may have had is now gone after we see it get a massive fucking weekend in the box office.
Sports Wars tomorrow too?
Sports Wars will be tomorrow.
Awesome.
I imagine Jeremy will be doing Mario Kart tomorrow. I won't be doing Mario Kart, so I don't know what all that shit will be about. But thanks to everybody here on the panel. Hope you guys sub and support to all these guys, just like you do to me, because they're growing their stuff. They're trying to start their stuff. And it was awesome to hear that Flash of Phoenix was monetized recently. That's awesome. So Culture Casino, who was on here earlier, his shit is growing like wildfire too, because all the work he's putting into it. So
and shout out to My Nerdy Home.
And shout out to My Nerdy Home for being the makeup expert and for always dropping the links and supporting down in chat. With that being said, I will talk to you guys next time.